Welcome to the third episode of AM Reviews. I'm Angelina Maria. And in this episode, we will talk the season 6 premiere of Oval, the episode 4-8 of All the Queen's Men, episode 15 and 16 of Zatima, as well as episode 813 of Sistas. To be honest, y'all, welcome to the podcast. Like I said earlier, it's the third episode. I'm gonna be honest. I pretty much made this episode because I love Sisters so much and I wanted to talk about it. But I would have got bored just talking about Sisters, even though I love the show. So I'm gonna talk about the shows as well. Anyway, let's get into the episode. Like I said, first in the docket is the Oval. Got quite a few things I need to say about it. One being Mr. Jason. It was funny because it kind of falls into a little bit of the season 5 finale or season 6 finale, season 5 finale, the last season, which I want to say was the season 5 finale. Anyway, um, his daddy had found him and was like, yeah, we found you, we got you, whatever, Jason, you safe. And he was like, yeah, mom tried to off me and this, that, and the third, and then she said I did all these awful things. Hunter looked that boy square in his face and was like, but you did though, son. Like that part wasn't a lie. Like, I mean, and I was thinking to myself when I was watching, I was like, I mean, remember when you got in your daddy's bedroom, like you hid in the bathroom, was in the bedroom and like off his side chick, the first one that we met. I think he off the other one that was homeboy girlfriend because he got in the homeboy house too. The dude that worked for not Sam. That is not his name. What's Sam man name? Kyle? No, not Sam. Oh my gosh, not Kyle. The black gay one. That's so sucky. The chief of staff, his man, the dude that worked for him. Oh, he be with Dale. I cannot think of his name right now, and that is Alan. There we go. That is so horrible, y'all. I took all this to not know. Anyway, Alan offed his girl. He did. I want to say he did. Followed them home and everything. That man was wild. I forgot about that one. Then he he took out the poor little housekeeper, the little maid girl. I think her name was Janine. Took out her poor baby. Did her dirty, actually, really dirty. And his own grandmama. And I feel like I'm missing something or some things. So yeah, Jason, he was a very interesting character. And then they was like, well, tell them about the tunnel so they can get out. Cause they was on lockdown. Which kind of brings me to Hunter and the shootout, which they're kind of tying together. Because with the shootout, they was on lockdown. It was like they couldn't call out, couldn't call in because they didn't want to get out the press. Because first of all, shooting out the White House is a big ghetto. A shootout, like you called in mercenaries to shoot out the White House, is ghetto, baby. I don't know if anybody told you that. It's prime ghetto. But anyway, back to little Jason and Hunter. Hunter told Jason, like, you gonna tell him what's going on and how to get around or whatever so they can get through. And the little tunnels or secret passageways. And Jason was like, I don't want them to know what's down there. Jason, baby, you already had a body under your bed. What the heck is down there? Like I'm I just want to know. Cause you be in denial about what you do and what you got going on. And his daddy, I don't even know what to say about him. He's so desperate to get one on Victoria and on Eli that he teamed up with his psychopathic son, talking, I'm gonna seek you some help. He needed a psych ward. That's his help. Anyway, getting off them two into Miss Nancy. Speaking of sadness, oh my gosh. Miss Nancy, Dale didn't ask for that. Dale asked, can he have your couch to sleep on? She hit that boy with, yeah, so my son did. My husband finna divorce me. I don't know how to do nothing but take care of my Dale was like, I don't even want this no more. I'll sleep in the car. Dale was like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm cool. I'm trying to get away from drama. Everywhere I go is drama. I know that boy. I think he's from like Virginia, I want to say. Wherever little podunk town he from, I prayed that, okay, not to diss the town he from, but wherever little place he from, I know he was like, I wish I would have stayed. They just didn't accept the gays. That was the only thing. They just didn't accept the gays. That was the only problem I was going to have to face. I came here where they accept the gays, but they also accept everything else. And it's just too much. It's just way too much. I know that boy wish he would have stayed when he was. Oh my gosh. Next is Little Miss Victoria. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like Victoria, but that means she's doing her job. She's a really good villain. She is a really good villain because she is a bit of a troll as well. So sometimes being a good villain is also being like a troll to antagonize. That's really the making of a good villain, to antagonize. She's really, really good at that. And she be antagonizing what's Eli's wife's name? I can't think of, why can't I think of nobody's name? This is sucky for this episode. What is that child name? Anyway, Eli's wife, the actual first lady. I'm gonna have everybody named together by next episode. Um, she antagonizing the mess out of her. But the homegirl brought up a valid point. The first lady, she said, "You do know when we get Hunter up out from upstairs and we get him up out of here, I will be the official first lady. You have to leave too, baby. You have to go. You did all this with my husband and got yourself evicted. You're stupid. Dumb." Speaking of people who husband she slept with, that brings me to the last person on this list, and I'm gonna move on to All the Queen's Men. Priscilla. Now, mind you, let me tell you something. I found it very funny. I ain't gonna lie. I found the episode kind of like, honestly, I did. It wasn't that interesting to me. But once you bring in Priscilla, the last 5 minutes to me was the most interesting once you bring in Priscilla. So Priscilla tells Richard, I'm going, I'm gonna go talk to Hunter. I'm gonna tell Eli the plan. I'm talking to Hunter. Soon as she bring her little thick self in there, well, she is beautiful. It has a beautiful shape, cold shape. She go tell them, yeah, let me talk to Eli. I want to go talk to the president. So, Sam, tell him, like, hey, she want to talk to you, whatever. So Bobby in there, not Max. Max is the Caucasian boy. Sam in there, she tell Max. Max tell Eli. The first lady in there, which I can't think of her name right now, Victoria, which is the former first lady now. Eli, of course. Dude is in there. Can't think of his name. Chief of staff, as well as Bobby. They all in there. She telling them how she gonna tell how she gonna talk to Hunter. The back and forth between Mr. Sam and Mr. Bobby over who gonna protect her more. You're not gonna be with him. And even Victoria was like, girl, he only gonna listen because he wanna sleep with you. She was like, duh, that's the reason I'm going up there. Cause he wanna sleep with me, so I know he gonna listen to me. Baby, when I say she flipped that room, that whole oval, upside down, and flipped it back around, all on this little head. I loved it. I'm here for it. Priscilla, you're my favorite. Anyway, moving on to All the Queen's Men. I have a few things on that as well. Face being Face. Face is officially a daddy, but a deadbeat, and he's choosing that route. But is anyone surprised? Any grown man that call themselves Babyface that does not make beats from the 90s, that should tell you everything you need to know. Moving on. I'm sorry. He didn't make beats from the 90s. He wrote songs. I digress. And then that Negro was what he was too. So let's not talk. Anyway, moving on. Trouble, baby. She did. She lives up to her name. She got in some more trouble. Did the stupid. I ain't gonna lie. I do think that Detective Davis is gonna try to use her to flip because you called Blue, and when Blue asked you where was you selling the drugs, she gonna say, "At Eden." First of all, Blue Trouble. Let's take some responsibility. You got caught up because you tried to rob one of the houses, and the houses belong to the gang that technically is affiliated with Madam. That was after you tried to rob Miss Tandy, which caused Miss Madam some trouble. So you kept getting in trouble, which fell back on Madam. Did you not think that after a while you was gonna have to pay for your consequences? She gave you grace and said, well, since you and Champ keep doing the dummy, y'all gonna figure out who gonna be the champ at the end of this. Champ did not. He did not win. Okay, cool. Then after that, she started doing drugs started doing drugs at the club and then making a problem for the ladies at the club. So you being difficult with the women, messing up their experience. That gets you suspended. You sell drugs outside the club. I don't trouble anyway. Um, we finally found out who Tony was talking to. She's talking to, I can't remember dude's name. This episode is gonna be named I don't know nobody's name. That's gonna be the name of the episode. What's their name? Anyway, Tony and homeboy we met him in season 1 briefly when he like tried to buy the club back when Madam will get back in business, and Madam was like, Negro, I wish I would. You still owe me money. You shorted me at the last business venture. You did me dirty. I think he also did Dime dirty too, and that's what made them kind of like come together, and that's how you get Club Eden. That's really what I think. From my memory, I might have to go back, I don't mind doing that. I actually would enjoy it actually. But I might have to go back and double check that. But yeah, that's who she teaming up with, which is so stupid because I really thought the whole time when I saw them two together, I was like, dang, Tony, you don't like breathing, huh? You might want to talk to Carla again. But she stabbed her and just missed her heart intentionally. She ain't gonna miss your heart. She not. She might, because she like Amp. Amp is the only thing that's gonna keep you breathing. She like Amp. You might be in a full body cast. You might be paralyzed, but still. You don't like fully functioning, I can tell you that. Speaking of Madam and how she responds when she can't trust you, brings me to Blue and Madam. Blue is not doing anything but trying to get on with her therapy, get her mental together, because Blue is, look at the stuff she went through. She had to off home girlfriend to protect Madam. She had to play halfway finna like she got, SA to protect Madam. She, the whole bomb thing that happened, the shootouts at the funeral, going to Mexico, shooting people up, like all the other stuff. Oh my gosh, the shootout with Concierge and his brother, all in her house, like it's the stuff she had to endure and deal with, and that's just the few that I could think of off the top of my head. The girl is cracking under pressure, and then when her friend came back and reminded her of those times from war, it's like that's a lot to deal with. It's just a lot to deal with, and I do think she should tell Madam, like, hey, this is what's going on with me. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm thinking. And by her not doing that, Madam don't know if she's friend or foe at this point, especially with the trap going on. So I don't think it's smart of Blue to keep too many secrets. She could just tell her, like, I'm going to therapy. I don't tell the girl nothing. I make everything about war. And this is why I be gone for a couple hours. I think if she tell her that, Madam will understand. Last but not least, and then we moving on. Dime. She's pregnant by Big D. Dime is pregnant by Big D. It is what it is. It's a baby episode, y'all. We having babies around here. That's it. That's the long and short. You're nauseous. Your heartburn. You got headaches. You're lightheaded. You're horny. You're sleepy. You're pregnant. You're pregnant. It's a baby episode. Anyway. Moving on to Zatima. It was season 3, episode 15, 16. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Zatima, for me, has been a bit of, why am I watching this? And, what are we doing here? And why am I watching this? I ain't gonna hold you. Especially episode 16. Episode 15 was good, but especially episode 16, I said, all right, hey now. Your girl is willing to look at season 4. Because I know season 3 about to end in a little bit. But season 4, I'm here for it. Like, keep this going up, and I'm here for it. Like, milk this a little bit, and your girl's here for it. Just a few things, literally just a few things real quick on it. Zach's out. He got out with the help of Bryce talking to the judge that they worked with in the past, as well as, Nate getting his connects over to Zach to even make that connection and things like that. But I feel like this. Zach, kind of chill out on Bryce. Because he even said he a cool dude, he this, he that. Chill out on Bryce. Because my thing is, he goofed up and he did try to kiss you and all that or whatever. But before that, y'all was really good friends. And even after that, he tried to make amends and he's still trying to make amends. I feel like this. If you decide to forgive somebody or you have to still deal with them, trust me, this comes from a person that had to forgive somebody and they did me. foul or did me a certain way. So it is what it is. But if you're going to forgive them, but do not sit up there and continuously treat them away and throw it up in their face. If that's too much for you, just let them go then, until you at a better place and see if y'all can come together. But we're going to continue on to Bryce a little bit longer. Bryce is a mess up, okay? Baby, who in their right mind want smoke detectors with cameras on them where people can see their every move and everything they do? Who want that? For real, for real. Nobody. So the fact that who want a smoke detector with all that? Why would Angela say I want a smoke detector where you can watch me? Then, baby, you knew you got hacked and you knew them people tried to make a sex tape of you touching yourself, and you knew that, or they was trying to extort you, and you knew that your stuff was compromised, and you didn't think to tell that woman, and she had to tell you. You didn't think that was a conversation that should have been had, Bryce, for real. Po Angela, I don't po baby, po baby. Last thing, and then we're moving on. The dinner. First of all, I didn't like Leslie, period. And I'm so with Angela when she was like, and who was this? You right, girl, because who is this? Little Miss Leslie, I don't like her. Like, you wanted your man to flip over Zach. You wanted you was trying to have sex on her. It was almost given that she wanted to do on Fatima counter, expecting Fatima to walk in and making Fatima feel like, yeah, girl, I still got him, da. Girl, because let me tell you something. If you got something, you ain't got to prove it. It shows itself anyway. And that didn't work out that way. And then you talking about how you don't like Zach. Meanwhile, at the end of the dinner, you the man was trying to tell Zach how they still in love and how they still want each other. I can tell you something right now. Zach's smarter than that. Talking about something, yeah, this was last week. You know who was in her bed last week? Zachary Taylor. And you know who was in Zachary Taylor's bed last week? Fatima Wilson. Come on now. That's doctored, that's fake, that's something. I believe it was a picture of them two together and Homeboy kept it and blew it up. That's just my opinion, but I can't wait to see what the end going to be come next week. We're going to move on to the last thing on the docket, which happens to be Sistas 813. Yeah, 813. Just a few. It's actually Zach and Fatima kicks it off. Them playing Sherlock, Homegirl, and Wilson, or what have you, because she runs everything, whatever he says, she's the boss. They think that Robin is numero uno. I don't think so. He said it was a woman. I honestly think it's Jasmine. Because I don't believe it's Penelope. That's too easy. I do think that since they bringing back a blast from the past, it would be Jasmine. That's just my opinion, because she would be the person that would be the angriest that he would marry Andy. Look at all they went through with Andy. Then you got another one pregnant, and then you turn around and go back to Andy? Nah. She wanted to hurt him before with a gun. So, and then she got arrested and tried to sue and stuff. So enough time has passed. She probably got out. Charges probably got dropped. I believe it was Jasmine. Speaking of Andy, her going to Robin to help Penelope, let's just see what that's going to be. Because I just think that's interesting. You know this man still wants you, but you're going to ask him for help. I think that's just going to be... I think they're doing a lot of stuff to just prepare us for what will be season 9. I'm just going to be honest. I think season 8 is meant to be a filler season, and season 9 and 10 going to take off. That's just my opinion. That's why I think season 8 has such a slow season, such a slow start, because I think it's just a setup for season 9 and 10. So I just want to see, and probably going to see more of Robin, but him going to Andy, Andy going to him, I find that very interesting. Last but not least, Brina and Danny. I would say this. I didn't understand for a long time why Danny was so gung-ho for Brina, why she was so down for Brina. I don't like Brina actually at all. And I thought she was the worst friend. That would be another episode. But this episode that just passed, Brina was the best friend I ever seen in the history of Sistas. I ain't even going to hold you. She took care of Danny. She was gentle with Danny. I love it. She took care of her friend. That's what I'm talking about. And even checked her man and was like, if you was going to do that, you should at least told me and we could have talked about that and I could have gave her a heads up. Y'all did too much. And even Rich, I think he cared about Danny and Sabrina, and I definitely know Tony does. I just think they need to get their priorities together, or just handle it a little bit better. That's just my opinion. Handle it a little bit better. However you gonna do it. But anyway, y'all, I'm Angelina Maria. This has been AM Reviews, the 3rd episode. And that's just been my tidbit and my opinion on everything, y'all. Hope to see y'all again next week. Okay, bye.